All right, so this video I want to talk about just what it looks like for an identity shift. I'm basically just sharing these stuff as they come to my brain, but essentially I've lived my whole life taking pride in being like a rebel, because I associated a rebel with, having freedom, not conforming, not being chained down. Like I thought the rebel was cool, hence why I love Sonic the Hedgehog, Disney's Peter Pan. Yes, I'm aware the Peter Pan in the books is terrible, but the Disney version is what we're focused on. So a part of me always resonated with that severely. So it's, I always rebel against systems. I like to do things my way, live by the seat of my pants, because that's just what my identity was. And obviously that shit's not fucking working. Hence why the reframe is needed. But there was always this friction in my brain about like, dang, do I have to give up that rebel, that freedom to be chained down? It's like, not necessarily. Here's why. The outcome I want can only be achieved through consistency. A rebel can't get there, but a rebel who's an operator, that archetype, and a warrior can, because the warrior is making the choice because they're free to do so. And they're making the choice every day to put in the work, as far as hitting goals, maintaining, and discipline. So that's where the discipline aspect comes from. The consistency through systems comes from the operator. The operator operates at a standard floor and continues execution regardless of the outcome. So it's like, I always chase goals. The rebel and the hunter is kind of what I was looking at, I resonate with. I chase goals, and my dopamine hit came from hitting the goal. Like, hey, I lost weight, I'm done, feedback loop is closed, I don't do any more work, I mentally disengage. Even in like jobs or football, I'd be like, all right, I did what I was supposed to do, I'm mentally disengaged, checked out. In school, all right, we got homework, I'm gonna just knock out the homework or the work, disengage, and go do other things. So that's just been my dopamine loop. Why that doesn't work is because if I don't get the outcome, think about like a lion. If I don't if I don't hunt today, I'm not gonna eat. That's gonna throw my emotions all over the place. And obviously that leads to this emotionally and mentally why I couldn't be consistent as I wanted to be, because my feedback loop was identifying with a personality trait that doesn't suit me, versus now looking at it as, hey, I have a standard that I uphold. The standard is I do this no matter what. And if I'm getting great results, that just means my results are compounding from my consistent input. If, hey, results aren't the way I want, if I'm doing everything right and I can honestly say like, hey, I'm putting in the effort, I'm sticking to the script, and I'm being consistent, then it's just a normal variance window. There's no need for me to fluctuate mentally and things like that. Or if I'm getting great results, it just means, again, we're right on schedule, continue execution. How that's going to help me with, this weight loss and like maintaining it is now, hey, I know I'm going to get to my goal weight, but I'm going to get there from the identity of a warrior operator. Yep, we got to our goal weight. This is now my standard. I just maintain this standard. And like, yeah, if the holidays come around, I might, fluctuate a little bit, but my floor is going to stay the same. My floor is my standard. Like, hey, I'm going to maintain 15% body fat regardless. And then, when I'm at 13%, it's all like, cool, this is great. Doesn't mean I stop. I just continue the same execution, the habit lifestyle of working out, maintaining muscle, and eating consistent, balanced meals. And yeah, that when I just like thought about that, I was like, damn, that just makes sense. Like that just seems more sustainable all in itself. Because what would get me is I'm just like, I get to the goal and then I'm like, well, what now? Like, okay, just like Olympic athletes, you hear all the time about a lot of them go through it mentally because they get to this goal and then that moment is so fleeting. They don't like, what do you do next? So that's always been my thing too. Again, it's always just been I get a goal and then I disengage. But I think now embodying the maintenance aspect of that identity shift is going to help a lot. Because again, it's not so much that I'm going to like every day or every day is going to be peaches and cream, or it's just a Disney montage where you ride off into the sunset after the goal. It's just like, no, I understand there's going to be like a variance. I'm just not going to make it crazier by taking my foot off the gas or not doing things. Essentially, just in being a farmer, like life's just really just like farming. You gotta harvest and plant. You gotta plant or else you won't get a harvest. Simple as that. If you don't want to plant, you have to put some systems in place to where that work can keep happening, but you still have to maintain systems. So I'm at a point now in my development where through this fitness and through this healthy eating and lifestyle, I'm going to learn how to have a system versus just relying on willpower, because willpower is not enough. I've tried it. The tank goes empty and it takes forever to recharge it. I'd much rather just have a system that I can put pressure off and take off of myself. Like even just a system of weighing and tracking my calories, like that feels a lot less mentally stressful, to where I don't have to eat a meal, regret it while I'm eating it. Each bite, I'm like, this tastes good, but I know it's bad. Oh my God. Then feel the guilt spiral out of control for a couple days and constantly go through that loop of up, down, up, down. I think just operating at the standard of just saying, hey, I'm going to weigh my food, track my calories, and stick to my macros, I feel way better. Now, granted, there's a part of me that's still resistant to it, and I'm just kind of like, hey, it's not saying I'm never going to eat food again. It's just like right now we're in a fat loss phase. The standard right now is to maintain this. Once we're out of fat loss, we get down to the desired recomp, then we can reverse the diet and have a new maintenance where, hey, you're going to have some wiggle room for once or twice a week. You can have a cheat meal and it won't destroy our standard. So that's just, that's kind of where I'm at right now, is understanding that, like, hey, once I establish this standard and operate it, that's actually going to give me more freedom, because I'll be able to eat those foods and not hate myself, binge out of control to where I'm like, hey, I'm just eating and this doesn't even taste good. Because that's another thing, like, I don't know about y'all, junk food always got to a point where it just do not hit the same. It's like diminishing returns. Like, I'm just eating it because it's a habit, but I'm not even really enjoying it. Like, I'll eat a burger and be like, I mean, yeah, it was cool, but it's just food at that point. So I was like, why would I then be so nervous about doing that with healthy food that's actually going to help me, but be okay with being bored with bad food? Like, objectively, it doesn't make sense. But again, I don't know this because I'm looking at it at the framework of my old identity versus who I'm trying to embody now. Not trying to, but who I'm currently embodying as the evolved version of myself. Because, it's crazy how just through food and fitness you learn so much. I've always been the type of dude that's like, yeah, I don't want to change because that's bad. I'm from the hood. Like, people change and it's switched up. It's looked at negatively. Like, oh man, this is a different person than who I grew up with. And it's like, that's not bad all the time. I think it's only bad when it's all like, hey, you switched up in a negative moral way. Like, hey, you used to be an upstanding person, but you switched up into a bad person. I think I've always tried to be like, hey, I'm the same dude you met 10 years ago. It's like, I'm still me. Like, I'm funny. I know that. I'm charismatic. I'm confident. I got a lot of energy. Those are still there. As far as who the identity of the version of me, I am not the same. And that's okay. Goku's not the same person at the end of Z as he was at the beginning, as much as we like to say. Like, the Super Saiyan transformation made him level up and identify as a true warrior. Like, he was fighting it at first, but that Frieza battle, he's like, I gotta put people down. Like, or even to the effect of he's allowing villains to get knocked off, because remember, he tried to, he saved Piccolo before we had to end Raditz. But he's still Goku. He's an evolved version of Goku, but he's still Goku. He knows what has to get done because he's learned from the lessons. And every time he's transformed, he's had to embody what it takes to be that. So that's kind of what I'm going through right now. That metamorphosis through the diet and the fitness is, hey, you're still you, but the archetype you identify with is going to be the warrior operator. Goku's standard is he trains balls to the wall, pushes the limits, and is always looking forward. That's just his standard. It's not going to change. Whether he's the strongest, he's still going to train balls to the wall. Whether he's not the strongest, he's still going to train ball to the wall. And I think that's why we all love him. And that's where I'm, embodying myself now is, hey, my standard with fitness, weight, food, lifestyle is going to be maintaining 15% body fat and eating well and tracking and being organized with my food so that I can be organized in other places of my life. But that's it. Again, check out the new camera settings. I didn't even have to buy this camera. This was just your iPhone. Y'all download the app Black Magic Cam. It's crazy because I literally thought I was gonna have to buy something because like the audio, whatever. And I also got rid of that trash mic. Shout out to the TikTok shop for what not to buy. That mic was like $18 and it sounded like $18. Honestly, like to content creators, the stuff you have now, your phone is fine. Your phone is perfectly fine for what you need right now. Save your coins. If you feel like you need a mic to do interviews or something, honestly, then yeah, I can understand getting one of those cheap mics. But if you're just doing content like this, your phone is fine. And honestly, most of the iPhones 11 and up are good. Like I was filming skits off my iPhone 11 Pro Max for years. Like most of the skits people saw and that I did content with, 11 Pro Max, full HD quality. You could look at some old stuff, things like that. But yeah, that mic was terrible. Gonna stick to this from now on, and then I'm gonna save up for like actual good mic in the future. I've been looking at the Samaronic ones or whatever, Saramonic or the Rode, whatever. But that's it. We're just doing the inner work and doing the activity to establish a healthy maintenance. We're not looking to just lose the weight. We're looking to maintain a new lifestyle. So the weight is just a byproduct of the lifestyle. And that's the framework we're going by. Catch y'all later.